1964 Pontiac GTO Convertible is often credited as the car that started the muscle car era. When Pontiac introduced the GTO as an option package for the Tempest, no one knew it would become one of the most iconic American performance cars of all time. With a powerful V8 engine, aggressive styling, and a lightweight body, the GTO set the standard for muscle cars in the 1960s and beyond. Pontiac's chief engineer John DeLorean, along with Russell G. and Bill Collins, came up with the idea of putting a big engine into a mid-size car. At the time, General Motors had a corporate policy limiting engine size in smaller cars, but DeLorean and his team found a loophole by offering the 389 cubic inch V8 as an option rather than a standard engine. This allowed Pontiac to bypass restrictions and create a car that was both fast and relatively affordable. The 1964 GTO came with a 389 cubic inch V8 that produced 325 horsepower in its base form and 348 horsepower with the optional tri-power setup, which featured three 2-barrel carburetors. This gave the car impressive acceleration, allowing it to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 6 seconds, a remarkable time for the era. The engine was paired with either a 3-speed manual, a 4-speed manual, or a 2-speed automatic transmission, giving drivers multiple options to match their driving style. The convertible version of the 1964 GTO added an extra level of style and excitement. With the top down, drivers could enjoy the open-air experience while feeling the raw power of the big V8 engine. The design featured a sleek, muscular body with dual hood scoops, a split grille, and chrome accents that gave it a bold presence on the road. The interior was just as impressive, offering bucket seats, a wood-grain dashboard, and optional features like a tachometer and center console, making it feel more like a true performance car than a standard Tempest. The GTO's performance wasn't just about straight-line speed. Pontiac gave it upgraded suspension components, a limited slip differential, and wider tires to improve handling and stability. While it wasn't a sports car in the traditional sense, it offered a balanced driving experience that made it enjoyable on both highways and winding roads. The car's aggressive exhaust note and responsive throttle made every drive feel exciting, solidifying its reputation as a true driver's car. Pontiac originally planned to sell only 5,000 units of the GTO package in 1964, but demand far exceeded expectations. By the end of the year, over 32,000 GTOs had been sold, proving that there was a strong market for powerful, affordable muscle cars. This success forced other manufacturers to take notice, leading to the development of competitors like the Chevrolet Chevelle SS, Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt, and Plymouth Roadrunner. The muscle car era had officially begun, and the GTO was at the forefront of the movement. Despite its success, the GTO faced criticism from insurance companies and safety advocates who saw high-performance cars as a potential hazard on public roads. Rising insurance rates and stricter emissions regulations in the early 1970s eventually contributed to the decline of the muscle car era, but the GTO's legacy was already cemented. Today, the 1964 Pontiac GTO Convertible is one of the most sought-after classic muscle cars. Collectors and enthusiasts appreciate its historical significance, stunning design, and thrilling performance. Restored examples can fetch high prices at auctions, especially those with the rare tri-power setup and 4-speed manual transmission. Many owners take pride in preserving and driving these cars, keeping the spirit of the original muscle car alive. The impact of the 1964 GTO goes beyond just one car. It influenced an entire generation of performance vehicles and shaped the automotive industry for decades. The muscle car wars of the late 1960s and early 1970s might not have happened if it weren't for Pontiac's bold decision to create the GTO. Even modern muscle cars like the Dodge Challenger, Chevrolet Camaro, and Ford Mustang owe a debt to the original GTO for setting the standard of what a powerful American car should be. Driving a 1964 Pontiac GTO convertible today is like stepping back in time to an era when raw horsepower and open-road freedom defined American car culture. The feeling of gripping the steering wheel, hearing the rumble of the V8, and dropping the top on a warm summer day is an experience that few modern cars can replicate. It's not just about speed or performance, it's about the connection between the driver, the car, and the road. Decades later, the legend of the 1964 Pontiac GTO continues to grow. Whether at classic car shows, drag strips, or Sunday cruises, the sight of a GTO commands respect and admiration. It represents the golden age of American muscle cars and serves as a reminder of a time when automakers weren't afraid to push the limits of performance. The GTO's story is one of innovation, passion, and a little bit of rebellion, making it one of the most iconic cars in history.